and welcome to Stargazing Live.
Hello, is anyone there?
Oh, come on, Ethan.
What?
I mean, do this.
Fine.
Welcome to Stargazing Live. No, I said welcome to Stargazing Live. Now today we will have a special guest that will be explaining some of the planets and more.
And now for the Earth's explanation.
The Earth is our home planet and life has been here for billions of years. So all life must have started somewhere. But where? Scientists think that it started in a big bang where somehow a massive explosion happened and caused life or atoms.
Explosion.
Did you know that the Earth's moon has craters 90 kilometres or 56 miles across? And that's when a total lunar eclipse happens and the moon turns orange. Thank you for listening to my presentation on the Earth.
This is the black hole. As you can see, if anything goes into it, it never comes out.
Welcome back, and now we will be demonstrating. We will be doing a mini solar system.
Why wanted to say that?
Well, sorry.
We are going to be showing you how to make a mini solar system.
First, we have to scrunch up some paper into a ball.
Then you have to wrap pieces of newspaper around here. We don't have any, so we're just going to be using normal paper.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily race.
Here's one we made earlier. As you can see, we have painted it.
And put plain paper around the newspaper so that it wouldn't look as bad. We're going to show you now how to make Saturn's rings. First you have to cut round the outside. Make sure it's quite wide because you don't want to cut out the inside, as the rings need to be able to have a gap between where the planet is. Next, we have to cut the inside out. Make sure there's enough room for the
Planet
to fit into it and for the thickness of the rings. Elsie can do this. I'm going to show you. These are the other planets we have. First is Mercury. Then it's this one. Then the Earth. Then Mars. Then the biggest one, Jupiter. And then it's this one, then this one. Pluto is a dwarf planet, so it's not counted as part of our solar system. And obviously tape takes a while to, as it's very tricky. But you can take as much time as you can. You have to stick the tape onto the planet, and then halfway on, leaving the planet with a gap between. Then the paper will give a floating effect. You obviously need to paint this, but I'm sure you can work out how to do that yourself. Now time for a quick experiment. We're going to be doing a flower experiment, and we're going to be testing how size affects the size of the crater it makes in the flower, based on how meteorites crash into the Earth's land and other planets.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10, ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6, commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2, check ignition, and may God's love be with
Thank you for that. I think our show is coming to an end. So,
Thanks for watching!
Over to you, Lily. Thank you, Isabel. Now we're talking about this thing.
The sun.
We're going to be having some visitors today.
2 Year 5-6 kids, Erin and Rosie.
That was lovely, kids. Thank you, Professor Codton. But what are we going to be learning today?
Well, I know this show is called Stargazing, but today we're going to be doing some sun gazing.
Sun gazing.
Only an idiot would look at the sun.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Space Force. The Space Force. We're going to have the Space Force.
This is our assistant, Doogie, and this is Donald Trump.
The only person who's actually looked at the sun.
There's no place like space.
What even is the sun?
The sun is a medium-sized star.
What is the sun actually made of?
There is absolutely nothing.
Actually, no. The sun is a big ball of lava. Actually, the sun is a big ball of gas spinning in space. My bad. Don't worry, at least you're not Donald Trump.
Excuse me.
How hot and big is the sun?
The sun is 150 million kilometres away, but we still get light and heat from it.
Where's Donald gone? Oh no, he's doing it again.
Forbidden skies.
A few moments later.
You must never look directly at the sun, Mr. President. It's so bright that it could damage your eyes.
Excuse me.
In fact, the sun is so bright it hides the light of other stars.
Can the sun ever disappear or be destroyed? Well, when it's a big enough star, it can turn into a black hole.
Can you explain a black hole to me?
Of course!
Hold this, please.
I just need to borrow one of these, thank you.
No, excuse me. Excuse me.
Say this was a planet. When it goes in, it never comes out.
Thank you for watching. Over to you, Etienne.
thank you, Lily. Hello there.
We're going to list the planets.
Sounds boring, but it won't be.
Planet 1, Mercury.
Okay. It is 3 times smaller than Earth. In the day, it's too hot and too cold. In the day, it's too hot and too cold. In the day, it's 427 degrees.
And at night it is minus 187.
Mercury is the Roman god of messenger. Next, Venus.
Venus is slightly smaller than Earth. The gravity on Earth is a little less.
Well, that was interesting. I think we have to move on to the next planet.
You're my new best friend.
That will never get old. Jupiter. Jupiter has 69 moons.
Jupiter is 3 times the size of Earth.
It is named after a Roman god of lightning. Pluto!
It's not an actual planet, but it is in fact a dwarf planet. Oh my god!
You're like, take a deep breath.
Nothing.
It is not in fact a normal planet, but it is a dwarf planet.
It is named after a Roman god of death. Moons.
You gotta put your hand out.
You're like, we just want a moon.
Moons or moons?
Aldrin. They travelled in the Apollo 11.
Okay, we're going to say that again, but it's Apollo.
Apollo.
It's not Apollo. Apollo.
Moons.
God, that's one word.
Moons. Earth's moon was first visited by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. They travelled using the Apollo 11.
Apollo 11 was as tall as a three-story building.
Mars. It is as cold as minus 123 degrees or 190 degrees Fahrenheit on Mars.
No, it ain't. Yes, it is. No, it ain't. Yes, it is. Yes, it ain't. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay.
There were aliens too. He's insane. Actually, there are signs of ancient life forms on Mars.
Mars is the Roman god of war.
I'll start a war with you if you don't shut up and go on to the next planet.
Oh, really?
Aliens! Not much is known about this planet. It's because if you go near it, you'll be squashed into a tiny ball. This has many raging storms. I'll be storming if you don't move on. Uranus is not a Roman god as far as we know. You know, there's a bunch of other planets.
But we don't have enough time.
Thank you for watching. Now to learn a bit about gravity.
Interesting.
Thank you, Etienne. Here is a little something about gravity. What is gravity?
Let's find out.
Do. First, some fun facts won't hurt, will it? Anyway, don't mind him. Let's get on with some facts.
Gravity is what stops you from floating into space.
But gravity can also hurt. For example, when Alfie falls over in the playground.
And that I see a darkness, and that I see a darkness.
Gravity is what keeps the planet in their place and in orbit.
The more mass a planet has, the more gravity it will have.
So, let me just give you this one and this. So these are planets. Earth, there, and a planet, let's say Jupiter, that's bigger than Earth, here. Jupiter, as I said, was bigger, and also because it's bigger, it's got more mass. And the more mass, the more gravity, as Daniel said a minute ago as well. So if, let's say, if asteroids, like, were aiming for Earth, because sometimes they do, Jupiter's gravity would just lure it away, bang. But if Jupiter or any other bigger planets than Earth wasn't here, just take that away, bang, that would happen everywhere, all the time.
Gravity affects everything, even footballs.
That was a great project to explain gravity.
Thank you for watching.
Over to you, Mira. Thank you, Daniel. Today we're learning about
The Milky Way.
Sorry, nighttime reminds me of hot cocoa and biscuits. Please. Amira, I'll take you to Costa later. Great, that's settled then. Speaking of food, the Milky Way looks like a giant pinwheel rolling around in space. She's Professor Ash. And she's Professor Kirat. And we're twins. What's that? I don't know. Probably a visitor.
A few moments later.
What's that? There are going to be 2 new special visitors. Great!
More moments later.
Welcome, Professor Partridge!
Thank you, kind citizens. My name is Professor Partridge and this is my assistant, Professor Murray. Did you receive my message?
No! Surely an alien can't come from outer space to right here.
Oh, I remember you. Boss, that can make you faint. Oh no, my boss just died.
Much later.
We're on Mars!
My
volcano, Mount Olympus. It's even bigger than Mount Everest. So it'll be erupting in 3, 2, 1.
We're on Jupiter!
No, stupid, we're falling through Jupiter. Where are we now? Minchinhampton? Oh yeah, that's my mother's name.
Actually, we're on Pluto!
Which is a dwarf planet. I feel like a giant. This lack of air makes me wonder like I'm gonna faint.
Later, in the void.
The Milky Way has grown over time by colliding with other galaxies.
And the Milky Way is surrounded by a ginormous hot ring of gas.
The Milky Way never sits still, it's always rotating. The Milky Way contains over 100 billion stars. One of them is the Sun.
Our
Solar system.
has 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and
Saturn.
one dwarf planet, Pluto.
The Milky Way is estimated to collide with the Andromeda Galaxy in about 5 billion years. But when it comes down to it, a galaxy is a typical Bard's spiral, much like billions of other galaxies in our universe.
Over to you, Fergus.
Thank you, Amira. Oh, the test dummy isn't here. He's late.
Hi guys!
Bit late, man.
Anyway, today we're doing
Black hole!
a black hole forms when a star dies at the end of its life cycle.
Black hole's gravity is so powerful, even light can't escape it, as our test dummy will demonstrate.
In the white corner, lights.
Oh, and don't forget broccoli.
In the dark corner, black hole.
We're gonna destroy him.
I want a nice clean fight.
Round 1, battle!
Also, some black holes are bigger than the Sun, and the radius of the Sun is 695,508 kilometres, and that is big. The Sun is the biggest thing in the Sun.
Oh, whoa, not again! Oh, Rocky! No! Don't leave me!
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping.
Albert Einstein discovered black holes in 1918.
But in 2015 we were able to observe them. I bet you guys didn't know when you get closer to a black hole, time slows down.
All of us did.
How are you so smart?
Anyway, before the show ends,
One more thing to say.
Don't look at the sun, kids.
Oh, I think I'm blind now.
I hope you found our show entertaining. Over to you, Tess, where you'll find out more about planets.
Let's just go and get some lunch now. Should we get Subway?
McDonald's.
Okay, sure.
Fancy a Big Mac.
I'll get some fries and milkshake.
Chicken nuggets. Chocolate
Hello,
milkshake.
darkness, my old friend.
Actually, I'm not sure whether to get Big Mac. I don't know.
I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly.
Thank you, Fergus. Today we are learning about space. Any questions?
Do alien planets exist? Globular with white green hair and 3 eyes?
Well, aliens might exist, but not like that.
Oh, but what are they like then?
Well, nobody knows, but there's evidence of a liquid lake on Mars, which means aliens could exist there.
Is it under the circus?
No, silly, no, it is no circus, Mars. It's under the surface.
Correct. Does anyone else have any questions? Yes, Ella? What does solar mean?
It means stars.
No, it means light.
Nearly. It means anything to do with the sun.
Is the sun orange?
Yes, did you know you can fit over 1 million Earths in the Sun? Does anyone know what order the planets are?
Mercury is first. It has the smallest rotation period.
Then Venus. Venus is a sister. It was made at the same time as Earth.
That's right.
No,
Then Mars. It has 2 irregular moons.
Then Jupiter. It has 67 moons and is home to the red spot, which has gone on for more than 200 years.
Then it's Saturn. Saturn is dense, so it would float. It has 20 moons, and its moons is named after Shakespeare's play. Uranus is next. It spins on its side and has methane gas clouds.
Then Neptune. It takes 165 Earth years to orbit the Sun.
My name is Neptune.
Finally, Pluto. Pluto is now a dwarf planet.
The solar system is held together by the sun's gravity. If the sun disappeared, then all of the planets would scatter.
It is thought that our solar system was made by a giant cypress cloud collapsing.
How does the moon shine?
The moon doesn't actually shine, it reflects the light of the sun. The stars you see shining today were in the sky over 1 million years ago.
There is an asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter.
Halley's Comet reappears every 72 years and should reappear in 2061.
What is the Goldilocks zone?
The Goldilocks zone is the area around a star that has the condition necessary for liquid water to exist on the planet. Water is crucial for life. We do not yet know of a life form that does not need water to survive.
I made Saturn, miss.
That was good, but it looks more like this.
I made Uranus, miss.
I'm not sure it has any green splodges. Let's just check. No.
I made Mars, miss.
Not bad, but it looks a bit more like this.
I made Earth, miss.
Very good, but it looks a bit more like this.
I made Mercury, miss.
I'm not sure the colours are quite right. It looks a bit more like this.
I made Pluto, miss.
I think you'll find it looks a bit more like this. Oh no, that was the sun! It's home time now.
Yeah. Welcome to the universe, children.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jai Guru Deva. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change